Alrighty guys, picking up right where we left off. I did just finish recording that last episode, but yeah, we have Junpei swallowed his anger and did his best to apologize.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
We're about to finish this puzzle up.
Oh, yes, well that's alright. As long as you understand.
Lotus looked away and twirled her hair between her fingertips. His vengeance against the girl complete, Santa swaggered back toward Junpei and Lotus.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two. Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
How rude! I was plenty busy.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides
Oh!
bitching? Let's go.
Damn, Santa! Oh, shit. Got him! Alright. How did we get to that stove before? There we go. Jumpy, you could probably heat stuff up on there now, you know? Huh? But I hate this. I think it's a bug or something. There we go. Now I have it down there. I guess that's how you can fix it. I didn't have a little item thing down there. Guess I'll put this meat on the grill. Hey, what are you doing? What are you gonna do if the paper burns? Come on, it'll be fine. I mean, it's not like it's gonna burn right away, right? Just gonna keep an eye on it, and the paper will be fine. Well, they can argue all they want. I'm gonna keep an eye on this pork. Cool, looks like it's about time. I'm gonna try taking the paper out. Jumpy, be careful. Sweet of her to care, but I know what I'm... Ouch! See? I told you. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up and take the paper out. It's not coming out. This thing's frozen stiff. I can't get it out. So we're gonna have to cut the meat? Yeah, it looks that way. Alright. Looks like we'll have to cut in that meat to get the piece of paper. Hey, Junpei, I thought you had something you could cut the meat. Oh, I gotta do the item thing again, which for some reason isn't popping up. There we go. Alright, now that I've sharpened the knife, yes, I cut the pork. Awesome, Junpei. Now we can cut out the paper. Alright. Pork note, C10F. C plus 10 plus F. You think it's some kind of code? Damn it, they're just screwing around. Junpei, do you know what C and F stands for? You think maybe it means corporate finance? Nope. I thought it was clever and funny. Alright, no, my guess is gonna be it's the plates over here. We have a voucher at the end of the counter. This voucher does not... Says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood F. Oh, so there's no C. And the plates on the table are 9 appetizer, 10 meat, 10 soup, 15 seafood. Huh. Maybe they're using hexadecimal here? And hexadecimal it's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. You're familiar with base 10, right? I mean, I know what base 10 is and I know what hexadecimal is, but I don't know how to read it very well. That's the normal system of numbers. The base 10 equivalents for hexadecimal numbers would go like this. A10, B11, C12, D13, E14, F15. Alright, so... if we're taking what she is saying as the right thing, C is going to be 12 plus 10 plus 15. So, is the code only 2 digits, or is the code like 12, then 10, then 15? Or is the code like 10 plus 12 is 22 plus 15 is, 37. And 10 equals 16. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. So maybe we need 16 as one of the numbers instead of 10. Alright, so it would be 12, 16, 12, 16, 15, right? the 10 becomes 16 in base 10. I know it sounds strange, but you can think of it as just 6 letters added onto the normal number system after 9. Yeah, I think I get it. Okay, so now it should let us do this. It's probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if you put in the right number, it'll open the oven door. Junpei, maybe the note you found earlier. Yeah, I know. Do you know how to enter those numbers? I think E is for enter, C is for clearing. So basically, when I'm ready to submit my answer, I press E. If I screw up, I just press C, right? Lotus nodded. Alright, let's give it a shot. Okay, so it would have been 12... 6... Okay, so you can only put up to 3 numbers in. Okay. So that means we probably do add them together, so 12 and 16 is 28, plus 15 is 33. No? Did I read that wrong? Huh? This is weird. Hey, you're just punching in random numbers, aren't you? Maybe if you just enter it like it said in the hint. Shut up. Well, did I do the math wrong? Hold on. Let's look at this again. Some kind of hint. You remember what I told you about hexadecimal code earlier? Alright, then here's a little quiz for you. What would 9 plus F be in base 10? Well, F is 15, so I thought 9 plus 15 would be 24, right? Right. Good job, you're a fast learner. Alright, so maybe we're just supposed to do the... Maybe the 10 is supposed to stay as 10 as a number? So would it just be 12 plus 10, which is 22, plus 15, which would be 37? Nope. I'm like... doing really bad here at this puzzle. It's like, all of it's so obvious, but I keep messing up. A equals 10, B equals 11, C equals 12, right? I got that right. F equals 15, I was right there. Then once you hit 16, it's 10, so 10 equals 16, right? 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. Unless I'm supposed to convert... No, that wouldn't make sense. That's how you count in hexadecimal. I'm confused then. It didn't let me put more numbers in, right? What is this gonna say? So if I want to enter my answer, I press E. Oh, okay. Right, so if we start off with 12, and then if we try to put 16, yeah, it doesn't let us put more numbers. And then 15. Yeah, we can only put up to 3 numbers total. Remember the paper we found in the pork said C plus 10 plus F. There aren't any letters on the input device though. What does that mean? Maybe C plus 10 plus F is a hexadecimal number if we convert it to base 10? Yeah, that's what I did though. F was 15, 10 converted to 16, and C converted to 12. 12 plus 10 is 22. I mean, 12 plus 16 is 28. No, I know what I did wrong. I fucking suck at math. 28 plus 15 is not 38, or it's not 33, it's 43. I'm a friggin' idiot. There we go. Well, guys, you got to learn me failing miserably at mental math. Good job, that was embarrassing. Alright. Yeah, the door opened. Good job, Jumpy. A Saturn keycard. Alright. Here we go. Yes, I think it's unlocked now. You did it, Jumpy. Let's get out of here. I do that, guys. I honestly, before we move on, I do that so much. It's so embarrassing when I do mental math where I will forget to... Where I'll do like 28 plus 15 and I'll just be like, oh, you know, Like, I don't know why, I just forget to add the extra 10s in, you know, whenever I do that. I don't know how to explain it, but I do that all the time. Alright. You found it! Yeah. The longest time doing that puzzle ever.
We've been here before.
A metal grate stretched from wall to wall. Beyond it were 2 elevators, the entrance to the kitchen.
The elevators are over there, so that means...
We went into the kitchen through that door and came out on this side.
That means the map was right.
Looks like.
Then let's use it to plan our next move.
Next move?
Yeah, we need to decide where to go from here, don't we?
He's right. Let's get started.
From the looks of it, there are 4 possible routes. Let's just keep it simple and call them A, B, C, and D.
Jeez.
First, A and B.
They both seem to connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Yeah, there were 2 doors. But they were both locked. We couldn't open them.
Now, route C.
That almost reminds me of, like, the casino that we went into the other one. Is that where they come out? I don't remember.
This goes all the way to the main staircase.
That means it's door 5, one of the numbered doors.
And do you think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway?
No, I don't think we will.
Why not?
Look, there by the stairs. See how the gate is open? When we went into the kitchen, it was closed. But it's open now. What do you think that means?
Huh.
They opened it.
Most likely.
And if we take route C, we're going
Okay.
backwards.
I guess maybe we did open that. I was trying to remember what we did in the other route, but I think we did actually open that.
That would be pointless.
Then that means...
All 4 looked at the map. They all looked at the staircase. It's lazy curve leading down deeper into the ship.
Route D, then.
D it is.
Yup, Route D.
Then we're set.
Alright. They jogged down the stairs until they reached the C deck.
Everything looks okay here.
Let's check the next deck just to be sure.
Yeah,
And
just
water.
like I thought. D-deck is totally underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The water gazed back at them, its smooth surface like a great mirror.
At least the water level hasn't really changed.
Small comfort.
May as well head back to C deck.
What else is here?
There are 2 elevators over there at the top of the stairs, just like the floor above.
Hold on. These are kind of different. See? There's a card reader on the side.
Yep.
Another strange mark.
Hey, look! It's Lotus's symbol.
Huh?
See? It's the woman symbol with horns on it. That seems like...
He made that joke when we did the other thing, except Lotus wasn't here to hear it, I believe. Oh my god.
Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
Lotus had taken hold of Junpei's hair. She began to shake him violently, and he thought he heard a low growl coming from her throat.
What was that about the mark again?
Nothing.
Such violence. Junpei began to wonder if she was not the devil itself. With an uncomfortable smile, Jun spoke up.
This is a Mercury symbol. The horns symbolize the wings on Hermes' staff.
Hermes, herpes, whatever.
Jeez.
If we can't get this thing to work, these elevators aren't going anywhere.
In other words, we need a key card with the Mercury symbol on it.
Probably.
I guess we can't get on then. Let's just disregard the elevators for now.
Alright.
How about this hallway on the left?
Whoa, there's so many doors.
They weren't sure how many, but certainly enough to be discouraging.
Damn it. If we try and search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we've done half of them.
I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling this ship is the only thing that's going to be going down any...
That's
Oh,
even worse.
Cut him off, oops.
Well, we can come back to this hallway later. Let's check the hallway on the other side. shall
Alright.
Time to head back to the stairs.
To the right was a small
Now
hallway.
the right hallway.
Quickly, they headed into it. It was approximately the same size as the alcove in front of the stairs. The hallway led toward the stern, and at its end was a set of double doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them.
All right.
Yeah, this
Let's start
is
with
very
this
reminiscent to when we came out of the other puzzle. I feel like it's very similar. Junpei nodded and grabbed the closest one to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
It isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled to have found an unlocked door, he threw it open. Alright. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw. Yeah, okay, we're back at this room now. It's just different people we're with. And if I'm remembering correctly, sorry, it's not you guys that froze, it was me doing it. Yeah, 7 is the next one I have to go through. He simply stood unable to speak. The others simply stared open-mouthed. After a few long moments, Santa managed to speak.
What the hell is this? This place is huge.
A massive room stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on the 4 companions. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. Yeah, I mean,
there are beds.
I think I just, like, skipped through this, right? They were simple things, a little more, like, we've already had, like, the description of this room, right, guys? So, I think I'm just gonna skip to the point where we go through door 7.
Is this a hospital?
Like, we had... I'll
It
try to
definitely
keep
has-
an eye out.
Could be.
Hey, look there.
See if there's any, like, interesting stories they tell us.
The left door says,
Yep,
The
the
second door-
doors.
and the right, there's no doubt.
Why is this? That seems kind.
Yep.
No point worrying.
Yes.
Okay. Yep, we try all the doors. Oh, damn, we can't skip past that.
Oh, it's no use.
Well, of course. If it was that, we have to activate. Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Look, there's nothing on it.
Huh?
Yeah, we find out
Don't
that
you
it's
remember? No.
broken.
Oh,
Yeah.
But this one,
There's nothing.
right?
I
And
wonder
then
if
they
one-
meet up with everyone else, I think, right? And,
It's not respond.
How about... And door 3?
None of them.
and then we go searching
Zero.
for the,
No, you really think would make
the
sense?
stuff, right?
I believe...
Yep, there's Snake.
Snake!
Bottom of the device has been
Ace,
removed.
Clover!
Although they were glad to see one another.
How did you win?
That's
They talk about where
Perhaps we
they've
should-
been, exchanging information. After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone began to talk. Just wait. Yep, yep, yep. They're happy to see each other. Yep, yep, yep. Ninth man recap stuff. I know there is an auto mode. Do I
There you
try
have it.
that?
Our half of the story.
My friend was telling me about it.
Okay, let me see if I got all this straight.
If you change it to auto, I think.
When you guys got here, the bases for the Reds were already gone.
And you looked all over this room, but you
Okay,
couldn't find anything.
Auto literally did nothing.
so you figure
Oh, so auto is just
that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
going past it. There's nothing else. Okay.
So you went and had.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And while you...
So you.
Unless,
Indeed.
can I just go to
and
the
that was
flowchart
how we
now?
found you.
Yeah, okay. So I can just go to the flowchart now, I think, and I'm just gonna go to where we pick the next door. I think that's gonna be the fastest way to do this. I don't think there's gonna be any different stories. I don't think. What does this say? Large hospital room, 3, 7, and 8 doors. Yeah, let's just jump here. He lifted Ace up off the floor and laid him on the bed he's been leaning against. When Junpei turned around, Lotus gave him a look
Well,
of
we
pity.
really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste, right?
Yeah.
Like you even
So
mean
just like
that.
normal, Ace took the drugs and passed out. He sacrificed himself.
You say something?
No, nothing.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh?
Well, we haven't decided who's.
Oh,
Yeah, who's going in what
You
door?
first, Lotus.
It's the same number as my bracelet.
Got it. You're 8. You're next 7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7.
What? What?
Yep, they have the same
Eight?
conversation. I remember them
You're
getting
kidding.
mad about that.
All right. Junpei, which?
Junpei's mind was already made up. Wait. Can I not pick door 7? Why is it gray like that? I guess I can.
I think I'm gonna go with door 7.
Okay, 7 it is.
Yeah.
All right then. That means June's got to go through 8.
Okay.
What? Why?
What?
Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself. Wait, did I do 7 before? So do I need to do 7 again? Or did I do 8 last time?
If the 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it. Have 3,
Yeah,
5,
we talked about
and
this.
8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8.
And then we...
4, 5,
yeah.
and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8.
3, 5, and 8 go through 7. Yeah, Lotus wanted to go through 8. We didn't go with Lotus.
Or 3, 6, and 7. There are no other in other words, you get it now?
Oh no. You're saying
Wait, so if we already did this...
Hey, we gotta split up. This is just like we got split up. I'll bet 7.
you mean they're connected somewhere?
Wait, whoa. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up, then... Wait, did I mess something up? Oh, crapola. Let me message my friend real fast. I'll try to remember... Okay, I'm actually gonna make a note to jump cut past this. Alright, hold on, guys. Alrighty, guys. So, I am back here. I talked to my friend for a little bit regarding it, and, I just misinterpreted it, so when it came to here, I think I was just reading it wrong. I say this is just like when we went through the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then, too. But what this line is what confused me. I think I was thinking June and Junpei got split up, but no, he's talking about just the groups got split up and then met back up, you know, as everyone as a whole, not just these two specifically. So, yeah, that confused me a little bit, but I looked at my flow chart, and this is going down the door 4 rather than the door 5 like I did last time, so I should be on the right path.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure.
we've done door 7 as well, I was realizing, but there is one thing I have to do in door 7 that,
I figure any
that we need to do.
All right, let's.
So, we're gonna have to speed through door 7. We've done all this
You guys-
before,
yeah.
so I'm just gonna
Okay.
speed through as fast as I can here.
It's open.
Let's do it.
Hurry!
Let's see.
June.
Jumpy.
What the hell?
Taking their last farewell, got grabbed, yep. Beep, beep.
Only no time.
Let's go, run, guys! There's supposed to be like a faster skip, but I can't figure out how to do it. Unless I take it off. I wonder if there'd be less dialogue that I'd have to skip through if I went to adventure.
It stopped. It stopped. This is the. Ooh.
I would have.
What?
You.
You.
I'd like.
You.
Hey, it's not gonna. Wait.
But yeah, there was supposedly like a way to
We
skip
just came through this door.
anything you haven't seen
And
yet,
of
but I'm
course
worried it'd skip the puzzle
there's a short hallway
too,
and an
so we'll just keep doing this.
Yeah.
Hey, son, that iron.
It says if this.
Well,
Might as well. What's wrong?
no. Let's just.
Alright.
Huh?
What the hell?
Why don't?
Hey,
What?
Clover. Hey.
Yeah, the
we-
dummy
yeah.
thing.
This.
What the?
You're right, man. Shut.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey. Gee. Anyway, I'm talking.
Huh?
Hopefully I can remember how I did this puzzle.
What?
I don't.
You.
Or maybe.
Anyway.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Alright, here we go. Hey, I see his face again! I don't know why it suddenly worked for that one, but we got to see his face. The intense stare. Alright, I'm gonna actually just save real fast, guys, just to, make sure, because I am going on, like, my second hour, or, not hour, but I'm at, like, an hour and a half of recording. So I want to make sure that nothing happens, I don't crash or anything, but... Alright, so I don't know what I have to click on all. A white cloth? Oh, it didn't even let me remove the cloth yet. Interesting. Okay. There wasn't anything here, was there? These, yeah. That's one of the things we needed. Oh, now it's gonna let us remove it. Okay. Oh, I guess it just puts it right back up, huh? Alright, we got another fake chest. There wasn't anything in there, right? I don't think so. Was it in here? Looks like it's locked. Guess we're gonna need a key. Oh, okay. We're gonna need the scalpel. Internal organ. I guess you can't use force on this one. We need something small that can fit into that hole. Okay, that was how we got that. Okay. Crap, how did we get the key before? Locked. Where was the key last time? It's not like... the long nut organ thingy. Feels like there's something in there. Oh, we can cut through the rubber part. Okay. We probably needed that. There we go. Okay, that got us the key. I think, didn't we need to go in here to get the liquid? Yeah, blue liquid and then red liquid. And then we needed to... No, on top of the table, salt, iron, salt, water, carbon dioxide, ammonia, ethanol. We had to, like, add all their shit together, right? Something like that for carbon dioxide, ammonia, and ethanol. Something stinks. It says NH3. Well, of course it stinks. It's ammonia. We had to do it a bunch of times, right? NH3. Didn't we? N is nitrogen, H is hydrogen. So in other words, ammonia is made of 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms. So I think 4 is the ammonia number. Ethanol. Was ethanol one of them? It was, wasn't it? It was, okay. So 4 is the middle number. We got that. It's weird that you have to click on this a bunch of times. 2 carbon atoms. 6 hydrogen, so 8, 9. So 4, 9, and then dihydrogen monoxide on the shelf. Why don't you just say water? Wait, what was the... We needed carbon dioxide. What is this? Looks like it's spray. It says CO2, carbon dioxide. So 4, 9, I gotta remember the numbers. C and O. Made up of 1 carbon, 2, so 3, 4, 9? Let's hope I remember this puzzle right. Would have been nice if I could have remembered the actual, like, thing. Nice, okay. Good, good, good. Speedrun! Okay, so I think that's
I
everything.
think we should go back?
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Hmm?
Hey, 7.
Oh,
Is that...
I got.
Okay, this is where he
That's
tells
me
us a
dying
story.
in the
Yeah, that's right.
What kind of medicine?
It's
This is
they
the
have
one that I was
something like that
mentioning
here?
in the last puzzle. It said another thing about, like, crystals and
Well,
things, like, spreading
right.
across the
What a
world
fucking-
mysteriously.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
happened. There was. They were. But.
Yeah, I remember this. The mutation, yada yada yada, mutated, like, everywhere suddenly.
It was like
Like the trans this phenom-
yeah, that. But
I heard an
when
in the
And then
Yeah.
apparently right after this, we have to go talk to Clover.
ice that doesn't.
That sounds.
Yeah.
Do you?
Okay. Let me see, because there was something about this. After solving the formula puzzle, do you answer about I know about Ice 9?
Do you know about Ice 9?
This is new. We haven't
Ice
seen this
9?
yet.
Ice 9.
We learned about Ice 9 in the other room, which we didn't have this last time.
Ice. That's it. I remember now. That woman, she's on this boat.
What?
That woman?
Alice.
Who's Alice?
Come on. The woman who won't melt at room temperature.
What?
Huh?
You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right?
Yeah, more than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it?
Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies?
I think that was the RMS Carpathia, right? It was a cruise liner, just like the Titanic.
No, that was the ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS McKay Bennett. The
Huh.
McKay Bennett showed up on April 17th, 2 days after the accident. It set out from Halifax, a port in Canada, and recovered 306 bodies. The Atlantic that far north was really cold. It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff. Anyway, the bodies they pulled out of the water were frozen solid.
This isn't a very nice story. So, what happened next?
Well, they say the McKay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of stuff floating around in the water. Things the drowned had carried with them, or stuff that dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin.
So let's change back to novel.
A coffin?
Yeah, a wooden one. The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood, no nails, no reinforcements, no gaps in the wood anywhere. The thing was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside it and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open. It was so well made. Inside, they found a woman. Or, I guess you should say, they found the dead body of a woman. Her hair was thick and black. And her
Didn't we
skin
hear
was
this
brown,
story
with
from
no
someone
blemishes or signs of decomposition.
about, like, it was the whole thing with, June telling us a story about the curse or whatever.
They say that she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she just looked like she was sleeping. Her skin was so lifelike, she looked like she might wake up any minute. And she didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the McKay Bennett finished searching and returned to Halifax. The 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to thaw. They say that the stink was horrible, but there was one body that didn't thaw, and that was...
The girl in the coffin!
That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually, but weeks passed and nothing happened. Then a month passed, and another. And it was summer, and she was still frozen solid. After a
Jeez.
while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about her started to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice. Alice. Of course, those rumors didn't last long.
It reminds me of the whole, like, wasn't there a story of someone who was, like... I'm trying to remember, my memory is so bad, I'm trying to remember the whole story June told us about, like, the curse, and there was, like, someone on board that didn't melt or whatever. They talked about a whole, like wax skin or something before, and she said, like, it wasn't that, though, and all that. We had that whole conversation before.
Well, she up and disappeared. One day Alice was there, the next day she wasn't.
That's creepy.
They say someone snuck into where they were keeping her and stole the body. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. After a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it.
Wait, you just said that she was on this boat.
Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on
Wait,
this
why
ship.
on this ship?
Now why the hell would you say something like that?
Because I know.
And just what is it you know?
What happened to Alice after she was stolen?
Junpei gulped.
Tell me, what happened to Alice?
Seven nodded slowly and took on the look of a man recalling something long buried.
Well, around that time, the word was that there was a special black market in New York. All millionaires from all over the world. I've heard that Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordain. You've heard that name before, right?
Lord Gordain.
That was the...
Isn't he the guy who bought
Yeah.
the gigantic?
Yeah, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet.
What do you mean?
Gourdin bought Alice in 1912. 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the gigantic. And he hid Alice somewhere on the gigantic, but nobody knows where. He died in 1931.
I mean, we did see a coffin that looked sort of like that, kind of, that had the keypad in the other ending, right? But whatever it was knocking. So hopefully it's not that corpse coming to life.
Without ever telling anyone.
So I don't
where
know
Alice
if it's
was
the
hidden.
same thing.
However,
I think it might have looked a little different anyway.
However, what?
well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic."
Huh. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic. A chamber kind of past the library, it sounds like. If I were to guess what a Forest of Knowledge is, would be a library. Or something. Beneath the navel of the gigantic.
What the hell is that? Is it some kind of riddle?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Seven threw his hands up in defeat.
So that's it. Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the gigantic. In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship.
Assuming this even is the gigantic. Before Junpei could dispute Seven's rather bizarre claim, as Junpei was trying to figure out what on earth he was trying to say next, Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
Hey, what are you two doing over there? Stop wasting time and get over here.
Okay, we're coming.
Jeez.
Seven looked at Junpei.
Yeah, so anyway, that's the story. It might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
Alright. With that cryptic remark, he turned and left the room.
Alice. Huh.
Junpei was left behind to ponder what he just heard, and he tried to remember what June had told him earlier.
That mummy wasn't
Yeah.
just a normal mummy.
That.
They say that she was
Yep.
frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Huh.
Then was that Egyptian priestess Alice? Did the water in her body become Ice 9?
Interesting.
No, that's nuts. There's no way somebody like that could exist.
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to clear it, and followed Seven to the operating room where Clover was waiting. Alright. Well, we have to go get the other body parts, right? It's locked. But we have the key. Cool, it's unlocked. I just love how I just click it once and it's locked. Click it again. Cool, it's unlocked. Found a beaker. Good job. I need my items to show up. Items. Why you no show up? There we go. Hey, it turned red. Can I just, like, change the colors now? And will it open all the doors? And then combine them? Yep. Alright. And then back out of this, go to here, and now all three of these should be open. Get all the body parts. Alright. We're supposed to talk to Clover again. How did we do that? Okay, so we collected all parts of the mannequin, so you think these parts go... I'm supposed to have an option after solving the chemical formula puzzle. When Seven says, do you answer about know about Ice 9? After opening the exit. Oh, after opening the exit when talking to Clover. Okay. So we have to do all this first. Maybe it's the wrong way. Yo. We can do that. I think we're supposed to swap body parts. Give it a shot. Operating instructions. Alright. I swear to God, last time I just did like everything. Didn't I do... Yeah, I just did everything. Yeah, okay. Hey, Junpei, I just heard something. It came from the upper... Okay. Should be the center one, right? This thing here. We get the key! Yay! A puzzle we've already done before! Alright, and then we go here. This is the exit, right?
Hey, hold on.
Junpei stopped over to put the key in the doorknob.
Where's Clover?
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Sure thing.
So we go and talk to Clover. This is where we're gonna get a new option here, apparently. She was staring at the mannequin.
What's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here.
She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up and breathing, Junpei might have thought she was
What
dead.
are you doing? Did you want to come back here
Yeah,
and
this
say
seems the
goodbye to
same so
John?
far. It wasn't the best joke, but it was something, an attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said
Hey,
nothing.
Clover, can you hear me?
Perhaps it was something he'd said, or perhaps it was something else. Suddenly, her mouth opened, and she whispered in a dry, dead voice.
My brother might be dead.
Yup.
Huh?
That's why we couldn't. If he's dead,
We did
I'm
see
going
all
to be
this. Suddenly, the operating room felt very cold.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
He gave her a small shake, but she still didn't respond. Silence grew heavier. What do you want to do? Yeah. Gave her the 4-leaf clover.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't know why, but suddenly Junpei remembered something he'd been given
It's in
earlier.
my pocket somewhere. Here it is.
Yeah, this is something we didn't do before.
A 4-leaf clover.
Because we didn't go through the door in order to get this. Santa had given it to him in the second class classroom. He held it out to Clover.
Hey, did you know? Each leaf means something. Hope, faith, love, and luck. That's what a 4-leaf clover stands for. Take it. Use it as a good luck charm.
He pressed the 4-leaf clover into her
Listen
hand.
to me, Clover. No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love. If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck. Snake, I mean, your brother, he's not dead.
Yes, he is.
He's alive, somewhere.
Nope, he's dead.
I'm sure of it.
He's exploded
You
on
just
the other
gotta
side
believe
of
in
door
it.
3. Clover stared at the 4-leaf clover in her hand. He could see tears start to form at the corner of her eyes.
Thank you.
Aw, her voice was tiny and broken, and as she spoke, she started to cry. She tried to hide her tears by looking at the floor, but it did little good. She wiped away tears with the baggy arms of her jacket, but more quickly took their place. No matter how she tried, she couldn't stop crying. Her tears made small, wet circles on the floor.
Thank you.
She said it again. Then she looked up at Junpei and seemed to choke down the last of her grief. She did her best to smile. Junpei wiped an errant tear from her cheek with his thumb and gave her the best smile he could manage.
Come on. Seven's waiting for us at the exit.
But still, she didn't move.
Wait, before we go, there's one thing I
Huh.
want to ask you.
What's that?
What do you think when you hear the word experiment?
Huh. For a moment, his mind froze. Then he came back to his senses and realized the word meant nothing to him, aside from the dictionary definition.
What?
Oh. I guess it was just a coincidence then. I mean, that you knew about the 4-leaf clover.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't want to be a jerk, but you are making less than no sense right now.
Oh, no. It's nothing.
Huh.
Just forget about it.
Experiment in 4-leaf clover?
don't,
What?
Don't give me that. You really think I could just drop this? What is this experiment you were talking about?
Clover looked away. The 4-leaf clover was still in her hand. She stared at it for a long moment and then finally spoke.
Promise you won't tell anyone?
Cross my heart.
Really?
Really?
I can trust you, right?
Of course you can.
Clover slipped the 4-leaf clover into her pocket. Her eyes still red from crying, she looked up at Junpei.
Okay then, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened on this ship 9 years ago.
What? This ship? 9 years ago?
Wait. On this ship?
Yeah, this ship.
He was entirely lost. He had 1,000 questions, but it was probably best, he thought, to save them until Clover had finished.
It was an experiment to test some sort of psychic thing. Communicating through these fields that you can't see.
What the heck? This is the same story that friggin'... This is the same story that Lotus told us about. How are these stories, like, coming up one after another now?
Fields that you can't see?
He'd heard something like this before. Clover
Like,
nodded.
Think about this.
She pointed at the operating table. On top of it was a somewhat mismatched medical mannequin whose parts had been swapped with another mannequin.
This is John, right? But is he really John?
Huh?
All Junpei could think was she has finally completely lost
Isn't
it.
this like Locke's socks? Or the ship of Theseus?
What? Junpei grew even more confused. He'd never heard of either of those things, although they sounded smart.
You don't know? You haven't heard of those paradoxes?
No?
Junpei shook his head.
Really?
Clover laughed.
Okay, well pay attention then. This is how Locke's socks works. Let's say I've got a pair of socks. They're my favorite socks. One of them gets a hole in it. What would you do if that was your sock, Junpei?
Throw it away is usually what I do.
Well, I'd pitch it, I guess.
But it's your favorite pair of socks.
Come on, who loves their socks that much?
It doesn't matter. Just suppose you do love them that much.
Well, I guess then I'd patch it.
But what if another hole opens?
I'd add another patch, I suppose.
What if another hole opened after that?
Another patch, I guess?
Well, let's say you just keep adding new patches until eventually the original cloth of the sock is totally gone. Once you get to that point, can you really say they're the same socks you started with?
I mean, it's kind of the same idea of how your cells die and regenerate over time, and after, 7 years, all the cells in your entire body have changed. So, can you really say that you're the same person you were 7 years ago? It's kind of like that whole theory as well.
Well, that's tough.
Junpei crossed his arms.
So, that's the Locke socks thing?
Yeah, the ship of Theseus is a lot like it. The ship of Theseus. If you keep fixing the damaged parts of a ship, eventually it ends up with none of the parts it started with. Can you really say that ship is the same one you started with? And what if you took all the old parts from the first ship and built another one somewhere else? Then which ship is the real ship of Theseus? The one you repaired, or the one you built with all the original parts?
It was an interesting question. Clover could see Junpei was intrigued.
Hey, do you think it's the same?
What's the same?
These guys. Is this John, or is it Lucy now?
It's kind of, the way she's talking is kind of creepy. Junpei looked at the operating table again. A mannequin full of body parts from a different body. Clover had been right, it was just like Locke's socks and the ship of Theseus. The parts of the body that holds a person's identity is the head. Of course, for many hundreds of years, conventional wisdom had held that a man's identity resided in his heart, or any number of his internal organs. And here, they had both.
John's head and heart are both his, but apart from those, and a single arm, the rest of his body was once Lucy's.
Didn't I swap everything? I thought I swapped everything.
We're just like these mannequins.
She looked at Junpei
Think
again.
about it. The cells in our body
Hey,
change
this is
every
what I was
day.
just talking about.
Old ones die and new ones are born. Maybe part of my arm is made of stuff from a fish I ate once. Or maybe part of your right side is made from a cow you ate. If you take it a little further, those cows and fishes are made from something else too, right? That's how we're all connected, through fields that can't be seen with the naked eye.
Weird. The silence was broken by Seven.
Hey, what the hell is taking you two so long?
Seven's head appeared in the doorway. He was not happy.
How long are you gonna make me wait? We don't have time to screw around.
Junpei and Clover looked at each other. Clover looked at Junpei as if to say there was more she wanted to tell him. She shook her head. Whatever she had to tell him, she didn't want to tell him in front of Seven. Seven seemed to catch on.
Oh? What were you two doing? Was this some sort of secret meeting?
No, it wasn't. We were just
Just...
playing with the mannequins.
Huh?
Let's go, Junpei.
Moving a little too fast to be entirely innocent, Clover headed toward the exit. Seven stared after her, then turned to Junpei with an amused expression.
Playing with mannequins, huh? Didn't know you were into that kind of thing, Junpei.
You're a dick.
Junpei dashed past him and traced Clover's path out the door. With a short laugh, Seven followed. They stood in front of the door. Junpei took out the Jupiter key.
All right, I'm gonna open it now. Is that cool?
You don't need to keep asking, just do it, alright?
Alright.
Fine then.
He slid the key into the keyhole, turned it, felt it unlock. We're getting into treaded ground again, but we are very close to ending this episode. Door open with a soft melancholy creak. Yup, beyond delay, simple. Yup.
Alright.
Hey man, you're so... Can't you sound more...
Not really.
Alright.
My brother, I'm going to be next.
Yup.
Like hell I can't. Not after hearing...
Yup. I remember all that stuff. You found it. Okay, that's what I wanted to hit this point here. Where I've fully completed that now. They left the operating room, the hallway took you up.
There too, huh? Every door in this place.
Okay.
How about that one?
This is where I'm gonna end it, guys. So, yeah, we had a repeat of, like, a couple stories that somehow are connecting to each other, but I don't know... You know, obviously, there's... Here, I'm gonna click past this so we hear the... Get rid of
May as
that
well give it a
walking
try.
sound. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so... The stories are interesting. We have the repeat one of like when June told us about the curse with the mummy, with the frozen girl that won't thaw, you know, and stuff like that, tied into the story that Seven told us about Alice and this she was like sealed in this extremely well made coffin and sunk with the Titanic, but they found her and she wouldn't thaw no matter how long she sat out and stuff like that, and then was resold and supposedly by the same guy who bought the Gigantic, and yeah, I don't know how all these things are gonna tie together, you know, but... And then we also had the fields thing that Lotus told us about, the communicating between invisible fields, and now he just had it brought up again with Clover. I don't know what kind of connection they all have with the overall story and everything. I can't really think of anything. I don't really have any theories, but it's interesting. I'm really intrigued to learn more. I will say that. If this all like wraps up into something interesting, like involving invisible fields and a mummy that can't thaw, I'll be in this like Ice 9 stuff. I'll be pretty fascinated. I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe the one theory I could think of is maybe the Ice 9 is the reason why the beginning part happened. You know, when we were in that little room and the glass broke and the water came flooding in. What if somehow the room heated up enough or something that maybe the window was made out of Ice 9 and it hit that 96 degrees and then shattered and all the water came flooding in. I don't know. That's literally the only connection I can try to make. And then, like, the invisible fields thing, I don't know. Unless, like, it's trying to tell us that this boat has been rebuilt to be like the Titanic or the Gigantic, but it's not using any of the original parts. So is it that ship? You know, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't really have any more thoughts on it than that, but hopefully we can get towards the ending of this one and find out. Next time we have to go through door 1, and we'll jump. I think at this point we can jump to door 1 now, and then go from there and pick that door. And that'll be all new stuff once again, so we won't be zooming through it, we'll be you know, going along with it because we didn't go through the one door last time. So, yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.